Hello, Whovians, it's Lopez with the new Who Review, and tonight we gaze upon the image of the Fendahl. Stop that. The TARDIS lands in England near Fetch Priory, a secret quasi-government lab headed by Fendelman, who takes both the secret and the quasi part seriously. The discovery of a dead hiker near the grounds will not deter Fendelman and his team from experimenting on an ancient, anachronistic skull with a built-in battery in the shape of a pentagram and a will to take over the world. A coven of witches, an ancient skull that shouldn't exist, and a shameful Time Lord secret are only a few obstacles that obscure the Doctor from the image of the Fendahl. Stop that. This four-part story first aired from the 29th of October till the 19th of November in 1977 and was written by Chris Butcher and directed by George Spenton Foster. It's a mix of witchcraft and science, superstition and fact. Arthur C. Clarke gives us the theme of the story in his third law. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. The pentagram in the skull of the Fendahl, for instance, that symbol has dark connotations, as any horror movie with a witch or a devil will show you. In this story, it has a scientific reason for the shape and is nothing more than a battery. A battery that stores enough energy to blow up the universe, but nonetheless, not magical. By activating the time scanner, Fendelman and his team are actually powering up the skull of the Fendahl, a creature that lives by draining the life force of others. Upon further investigation, the Doctor finds the truth. The fabled fifth planet did exist and was destroyed by the Time Lords, its existence hidden forever within a time loop. No, they are not. It's ironic to find that Stahl, a scientist played by Scott Fredericks, is also a true believer in the magic of the skull. The symbolism of the number 13 is used here as well, as the Fendahl, the core, needs 12 disciples, called Fendaline, to form its gestalt, 13. Stahl thinks it's a coven, but again, it's just another power source. Poor Thea Ransom is another scientist played by the actress Wanda Ventham, and she's chosen as the vessel for the Fendahl, and is doomed to have her eyes painted on the outside of her lids. The creatures themselves, the Fendaline and the Fendahl, are rather... Okay. There are similarities. The temporary paralysis caused by the Fendahl was arbitrary. At one point, the Doctor and Leela are running around freely in the basement temple between monsters and frozen people, and at one point, the Doctor snags a pistol from the altar and gives it to Stahl, frozen, so that he can kill himself before the Fendahl gets to him. Oh, yeah, he's rotten, sure, yeah. Fendelman has the most profoundly tragic storyline, however. His name, Fendelman, man of the Fendahl. He laments before Stahl shoots him in the head. Only for this moment have the generations of my fathers lived. I have been used. You have been used. Mankind has been used. Powerful when you think that this creature, 12 million years buried, endures throughout history, hidden away until found by chance or by the force of its own will. The sets this time around were Spartan but serviceable. The white TARDIS control room is seen. The implosion of the Priory was okay, as good miniature work, and the flames were superimposed on the scene. Port K9 is being worked on by the Doctor and is out of service here, except for a nod at the end. Leela has a brand new dress that she made, a savage type with arm bracers, and she puts her hair up in a bun for most of the story. The No Small Parts Award goes to Daphne Hurd as Mother Tyler. She was marvelous, along with her grandson Jack, played by Jeffrey Hensliff, added some really nice comical moments, as well as historical and mystical atmosphere. Nice job. I felt the wrap-up lacked its usual zip. It turns out that sodium chloride obviously affects conductivity and prevents control of localized disruption of osmotic pressure. You heard me. The Doctor, wearing a safety glove, puts the skull in a toxic waste box and plans to dump it in the vicinity of a star about to go supernova in the constellation of Canthares. But we don't get to see that part. We do get to see the resolution of a discussion began at episode 1 about whether the TARDIS has sentience, a conscious. The Doctor calls the TARDIS she, but K9 is an it. Leela takes offense. Until here at the end, when the Doctor calls K9 he, as he is allowed to do, as K9 is his dog, and K9 nods in agreement. Yeah, fired up. I'll see you in time.